Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at Virtuoso Travel Week I'm here with Greg Ward, who's head of global sales and distribution for Aman. And most of you know Aman and its resorts and hotels. And we're going to find out, get an update on Aman and what's going on. The big news, of course, is everyone's waiting for Aman New York, but there's a lot more going on. And we're going to find out all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Greg, first of all, it's great to see you here at Virtuoso. It's a little smaller than usual, but I think both of us say it's actually a good size. We're meeting a lot of people, right?
James, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I agree. Smaller is a little bit better. It's nice to have the time with people, quality time over the last few days, and also the fact that people have made the effort to be here. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Well, that's to be together, and it is the largest travel industry conference that I know, and I was down at World Travel and Tourism Council with 600, but this has about 1,500 or so, which is small for Virtuoso, but most people say it's a pretty good size, right?
It's a good size. It's a good manageable size, and for the first one after the pandemic and what we've been through, it's a good way to start the way forward.
Yeah, and we're here at the Bellagio, but we want to talk about Aman. So, and of course, the question on everybody's mind is Aman New York, and it's coming out when?
Aman New York, 5th Avenue and 57th Street, opening at Q4 of this year. The date is yet to be announced. I'm actually in New York next week to have a look at the site.
So you'll call me and tell me the exact date, right?
I will indeed. Okay. I will indeed. Rest assured, I will do that.
Yeah. So it's a restored building. It's a beautiful building, right?
It's actually 100 years old this year, and we've gone through. It's the Crown Building in New York. We've gone through a complete restoration from top to bottom, and it's opening, as I say, later on this year. There are only 83 suites in the property, but the interesting fact is the smallest one is 70 square meters, which is just enormous in relation to the
not a bad size room for New York, right?
For New York, it's going to be fantastic. In fairness, what we're creating is an urban sanctuary. Aman is known throughout the 33 years of its existence of being really immersed in the world of well-being and spa and peace is what Aman actually means. So what we're doing is creating that sanctuary in New York City.
We need it, believe me, after this past year. We need a lot of sanctuary.
After the past year, yeah, I agree. I think there's going to be a great demand for it. We've had a tremendous amount of interest so far. So for any of the advisors watching today, please get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. And look forward to your support.
Now, what will we find there? What is the guest experience going to be? Is it going to be like the other Amans around the world?
I suppose the nearest parallel will be Aman Tokyo, which was our first urban resort, which has been probably one of the most successful hotels in the Aman portfolio. So essentially, small key count, as I say, we've got 83 keys. You've got a spa, which is set over 3 floors with 7 treatment rooms and also 2 bath spa houses. You've got a 20-meter swimming pool in the property as well.
I don't think that was there in the original building.
No, we've created all that. All that. It's all been created. Jean-Michel Gaultier has been the interior designer, so done to a very, very, very high standard. It's been overseen personally by the owner of Aman, Vlad Doronin, in relation to his expectations of standards. We also have the Aman Club in there. We also have 2 restaurants in there. We have a wine cave or a wine cellar, which takes 5 people for dinner. The entrance is on the ground floor, but reception is actually on 24th. So you enter the property and then you go up and then your experience actually starts. We've actually got an L-shaped wraparound balcony as well around the property where we're going to be doing the whole dining experience and engagement experience.
So outdoor dining high up above New York, I assume there are going to be some great views, right?
Incredible. I mean, overlooking 5th Avenue, it's just the place to be. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything else. And it's a short walk to Central Park, to put it into perspective. So the location is really spot on.
Now, I also understand you're going to have the first sort of Aman urban residences there as well, right?
Yeah, we have 21 residences at the Aman, and that's a trend for Aman moving forward as well. We've only got 3 left to sell, so they've been in very, very high demand. And as Aman...
I better get my credit card out now, right?
You better. You can come with me to New York tomorrow, actually. But in fairness, with the further expansion we have, we're opening Miami in 2023. That also has residence built into it. We're opening Bangkok in 2023. That also has residence built into it. So it's an emerging trend of the future of Oman, certainly in the urban sanctuaries we're developing.
Now, in terms of the residences, can travel advisors, luxury travel advisors, get in on the action? Are they available for rent for groups, when we're not being used by the actual owners?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. And we're doing that with the existing resorts. If you look at Aman Puri and the villa inventory we have there, That villa inventory is available for travel advisors to book, and there will be an element of the residences in New York and Miami, Bangkok, etc., which will also be available as well.
No, that's great, and we're all looking forward to that property. But let's talk about what else beyond that you're doing for the rest of this year and into 2022. Anything new on that? You mentioned some other properties, but any new ones coming up?
Yeah, I mean, the big one for this year is New York. We really want to get that done and get that done well. Looking forward, in 2023, we actually have 6 openings. Los Cabos is one of them, which is in high demand from the US market, and it's going to be an incredible location. I mentioned Bangkok. Obviously, Miami is coming on board. An interesting one for us is Saudi Arabia and Alula.
They are going. I mean, I just interviewed some Saudi Arabia tourism officials, and that's boy what they're spending in terms of tourism, and you're in on the ground floor with that, right?
We are, and I think it's going to be opening it up to the wider world. It's going to be a journey of discovery. It's going to be incredible. But in addition to that, we also launched at the beginning of 2020 a new brand called Janu, which is a sister brand of Aman.
What is the difference there?
Fundamentally, one of the differences is a bigger key count. We're going to have an average of 150 rooms. It's going to be more engaging, whereas Aman means peace and tranquility. Janu is going to be very much about engagement and getting people together, having fun, lots of energy, etc.
So where is the first one going to be?
Well, we've got 3 sites, actually. We've got Tokyo, we've got Alula in Saudi Arabia, and we also have Montenegro as well.
Oh, my Montenegro. Well, Montenegro's. I've been dying to get over there. I was close. I was in Croatia earlier this year, but Montenegro is hot. I got to tell you, everybody wants to go.
Well, now everyone's bucket list has become their to-do list. I think it's a high priority, and Montenegro is the most incredible place to discover.
Now, any other new programs or other things going on property-wide, or system-wide, I should say, for Aman? In terms of different programs for guests and for travel advisors?
I think, from our side, from a guest perspective, we're spending a lot more time understanding our guest needs and expectations. We've been very conscious about the pandemic and looking at the social spacing to make sure guests are comfortable. So a lot of internal staff training, a lot of internal refurbishment as well. We've just spent $1.5 million on Aman Puri, just giving it a bit of an uplift.
One of the classics of the brand.
It was the first Aman 33 years ago. As far as the advisors and who's watching this today, we really thank them for their support. If you look at where we've done exceptionally well, the Americas has done exceptionally well. Europe has done exceptionally well with Greece and Turkey, and even China is doing incredibly well.
I've been to the Aman, and I haven't stayed there, but I went to the Aman in Beijing, I believe. Yeah, that was the Summer Palace. Amazing place. I wish I mean, it was years ago, but it is truly, that's what I get a sense of Aman, what Aman really is. Yeah. Amazing. But in terms of what were the resorts now? We've been in the pandemic now. We're hopefully emerging, we're variant D notwithstanding. What were the properties that really resonated with guests and were booked a lot this past year?
Great question. And if you look in the Americas, Aman Yara in Turks and Caicos has done exceptionally well and continues to do so. We've seen a real increase in demand for the villa product that we have. And once guests have actually tried the villa product, they don't want to go back to the hotel experience, which is one of the reasons why we're growing our villa portfolio. So Amangiri, Amangani in the US have done very well. Amanera in Dominican Republic exceptionally well. So it's also been very much a domestic experience, and looking at where people can have easy access. Also, the booking windows become incredibly short. We're looking at bookings coming in within 7 days of arrival, where people want to have the confidence that they can actually access the property with the air routes that are available, and they're not going to be disappointed as a result.
No, absolutely, and I know I've heard that Aman properties here in the States are doing very well, and of course now you opening up New York. I hate to tell you, the short booking windows for that one, if you can get in, right?
We're opening up New York, but also the interesting thing to watch with us is we have six openings in 2023, as I said, but we have an enormous pipeline that we're developing, and there's going to be a lot more news coming in the next couple of months, and I think a lot of the advisors and their customers are going to be incredibly excited because some of them are going to be a little bit closer to home and really fit in relation to their expectations moving forward.
Well, we're going to look forward to that because we all want an Aman right next door, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
Anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there about Aman, about the new New York property, about the other openings, and about this new brand that you've launched?
I think one of the big things is really to say thank you. We don't say thank you often enough, I don't think, and what we've all been through over the last year and a half has been very, very difficult for us all. We want to be even more supportive for the travel advisors moving forward, but sincerely, it's just really thank you for the support, and we're going to keep on feeding the information. We're growing the brand consistently, and also do watch Janu. Janu is going to be a fantastic experience.
Well, we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to the opening in New York. I live right nearby, so hope I'll pop by and see what we'll see what happens. But Greg, I want to thank you for taking the time here at Virtuoso. I know it's been busy, despite it's smaller. It's still very busy. We're getting a lot of interviews done here, and being with you is great here. I have my final 5-6 interviews today. I'm on the last day. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But it has been a great conference, and good luck with Aman the rest of the time. Good luck with the opening in New York. Good luck with the new brand and all the other openings you're doing.
James, thanks very much for your time, and thank you everyone who's watching.
I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.